Who here has ever played basketball or has been to a basketball game? Well, if you've done either, you're not alone, as millions have played the sport of basketball and it is considered the fastest rising sport globally. Good afternoon, Dr. Council and fellow classmates. My name is Lucas Woods, and it is my honor to inform you about the sport of basketball. Now, today you're going to learn about the origins of basketball, how it has evolved, and how the NBA has promoted the sport globally with its stars. Now, according to Mary Beth Cooper, who is the president of Springfield College, the basketball origins can be traced to the very university that she resides at. In 1982, then 31-year-old James Naismith, a graduate student, invented a game that could engage students during the winter and fall when the weather had turned bad. Now, he was hoping to find square boxes that served as goals for his invention, yet the only thing the janitor could find were two peach baskets, very similar to something like this. Wicker with a big hole. Now, from there, Dr. Naismith nailed each basket up to two ends of the gymnasium, and they happened to be around 10 feet high, which is still the standard for today. From there, he drew up 13 original rules. Most of these rules consisted of how to move the ball, what constituted a foul, and how to score. Now, after the rules were posted, the teams consisted of 3 centers, 3 guards, and 3 forwards. One more than what is generally considered the 5 that is the standard for today. From there, 2 centers where the ball was tossed between 2 centers, and hence basketball was formed. Now, from that fateful day in Springfield, Massachusetts, basketball has evolved into a global phenomenon per basketballworld.com. Part of what's made basketball a rising sport is it's fun, it's challenging, and it's open to all skill levels. Another factor to this ascent is the game is relatively cheap and it's easy to get going, much like soccer. Now, young, old, and in between, from many different regions of the world, can be played and watched. Now, the International Basketball Federation, also known as FIBA, estimates that at least 450 million people are playing basketball today. Over 213 countries have professional National League teams. As you can see from this map, it's a little small, but it's a picture of the world, and all the color-coded countries have a national or a federal team. Now, a third factor that's contributed to the global rise of basketball and its popularity is the NBA and the way it markets itself internationally, according to Jason Oberai, an investment analyst from BlackRock. One way in which they have accomplished this is with its use of digital streaming and social media. The NBA is the only major sport that uploads multiple videos daily to promote its brand and its basketball via YouTube. Now, this method caters to both the American and the international audiences. The NBA also sends its stars overseas to head basketball camps, as well as play exhibitions around the world to entice a bigger following. In fact, China is one of basketball's biggest fans. $150 million of the NBA's $5.5 billion revenue generates from China alone. Now, from some of the facts I've shared with you, you can see how the game has grown globally in just under 130 years per Britannica.com. Now, it started with 2 peach baskets. It started with a rubber ball, and it was invented, believe it or not, by a Canadian in Massachusetts. And now it's a worldwide powerhouse. Now, Dr. Council, my fellow students, I appreciate your time. Thank you for listening on my speech in regards to basketball, and thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.